So right now, seeing like helping other people and going into doing what I actually love and passionate about, it's so much easier. I get the instant energy from everywhere. So yeah, you, I totally understand where you're coming from on the passion side of it. So in terms of like a passion, when you coach other female entrepreneur, do you often find that they actually know their passion is, or do you have to find out like asking them question and things like that, what their passion is? How's the process like?
Yeah, my process, it's not necessarily just entrepreneurs as well. It
Yeah,
can be career women,
yeah,
or just or mothers as well. You know, anybody that's got to a point where they're a little bit stuck and maybe
yeah,
need to get something they want to do again. So the process goes through various stages of assessing yourself and the
mm,
current situation, and then starting to look forward as well. So it's a bit like lean process management. You know, you look at the current state and the future state and what's the gap, and then
yeah,
we start to work towards how we fill the gap, and you know, picking up a future that will align with everything that that person
mm,
is about. So we talk about personality type, we talk about values and passions, and
yeah,
dream things as well. You know, what if you won the lottery, what would you
yeah,
do even if you didn't have to work? And the other question is, when you're looking forward to somebody talking about you at your 70th birthday party, what do you want them to say about you? You know,
yeah,
how do you want to have made an impact in those 70 years? And so they're the kind of the questions that people start to think,
mm,
oh, and it makes a lot more change, especially
yeah.
at my time of life around 40s, then you've still got a lot of time to make a difference, you know? So for me, it's making the use of what you've got left.
Yeah, definitely. That's the right way, I guess, finding out the passion, to be honest. And like, what would you do even though you got all money in the world you have and everything you have, like you're doing something, what makes you wake up in the morning and makes you feel like you have to achieve some kind of goals. Otherwise, we are like a dead person and just being alive and doing nothing, to be honest. Yeah, it's a great way. So how do you find like people got that drive for doing something they need to be doing? So how do you create that drive?
I think that it comes from the passion. You know, if
Passion.
you find a topic that you love or you're really interested in,
Yeah,
you tend to see you're doing it anyway. You might be reading more about it or watching videos, listening to podcasts, really
yeah,
taking in as much as possible of that one topic, even if it's not your
mhm,
day job. But
yeah,
it can be balancing to you as well. So your day job might have to stay there. You know, it might be the only thing that's paying the bills right now,
yeah,
but the passion can be something different. So it could be that you're really into photography. So you can start learning
mhm,
photography, you can start building up your knowledge, but then think about how you can apply that going forward and make money from it or teach other
yeah,
people. There's so many things you can do with something that you're driven to do. So if you want to help people, you can volunteer, you can start to see where you
yeah,
know your skills are best applied to help people. If you want to if you're really interested in traveling, you know, there's a
yeah,
whole heap of stuff you can do with traveling. You don't have to just travel. You could advise other people, share your stories, share your
yeah,
blogs, etc. There's a lot out there that people can
mhm,
use their skills and passion for, and then see the path. And that the
yeah,
path is the thing that helps build the drive. So if you can continue on a plan,
yeah,
then it helps give you momentum to keep
mhm,
pushing that drive as well.
yeah, interesting. So how long do you think the process takes? You find your passion, you find your drive, then you get the energy, and now we go for the goal and try to achieve it. So how long the process takes for your clients in order to get some kind of like a momentum build up for their career, business wise, or wherever they're trying to achieve with their energy, passion, and drive combined three?
Yeah, now that's a good question, and it's all about time.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of people will spend at least 3 weeks going
Hmm.
through the certain first few stages before we
Yeah.
start to really see that future and start getting more excitement and passion for it. A lot of other people have been through just 1 week, and
Yeah.
suddenly they start to realize things about themselves again that they forgot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it can be between 1 and 3 weeks where we start
Okay.
to see that change.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you know, the sky's the limit for what you do, right? So, I mean, even me starting my business, I just on a whim, I said, right, come on. I bought the name, I did some courses,
Yeah.
I did various things. And then I'm always learning myself as well. So it's not necessarily one goal. You just hit
Yeah.
one level of the planning and you keep moving and keep developing. And
It's
then
like doing like a small steps along the way, isn't it? It's not like
yeah,
you're not trying to achieve one whole year goal. You try to do it like a one day at a time, one weekly goal, then monthly goal, and chunk it
exactly.
down like a small pieces, and
Yeah,
then build the momentum.
that's
Yeah.
it. I call it staircase planning. So
Staircase.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like you're climbing a building. My program's
Yeah.
built that way as well, so that
Okay.
you go up some steps and then you
Yeah.
stop to pause and you look behind to see what was good, what was right,
Hmm.
what do I need to change, and then while I'm resting here, what's coming? Do I know everything to the next platform? Is there
Right.
a gap? Is there a step I'm missing that I need to plan for while I'm here or build up to, so that I can
Okay.
get over it? I don't fall or stop at a
Yeah.
certain point. So it's about giving yourself that time to recognize the progress, see what's next,
Yeah.
not looking to the top floor because it's too high.
Yeah.
Just break it
Definitely.
down to smaller steps. And that way you've got the opportunity to change direction as well if you need to. I had to
Yeah.
change direction with my program just the same as other people
Hmm.
can suddenly find something that they'd forgotten about in their passions, or things like COVID arrive and it can change things completely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, you're not trying to do everything on the same time, in small steps, and scaring them like going for like a bigger goal at the same time. You just do one thing, one step, one staircase at a time.
Yeah,
Then like what's your top floor up. Then eventually you get there without like forcing yourself, or like having something like a too pressurized, which is going to create more anxiety and depression, because we're not hitting that, and then you're going to lose the momentum, you're going to be upset, or yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, that's interesting steps to follow.
yeah. I think the important thing about that is as well, you then start to enjoy the journey,
Yeah.
and that top floor isn't so much of a big goal that you're never going to get there.
Yeah.
You break it down and you break down the smaller steps into smaller successes, then you
Yeah.
start to build that drive, that passion comes because you can keep stepping off different stones to a higher level. And I honestly don't think the top floor will ever come because you keep
Yeah.
chasing something else and moving forward again.